everyone, welcome back to the Coastal Edge Consulting channel where I turn leadership theory into something you can actually use in real workplaces with real humans. I'm Melissa Kettler, and today we're talking about one of the most underrated tools in team effectiveness, team norms. These are the agreements that define how we work together, how we communicate, and how we show up for each other. And trust me, if you want a strong, cohesive, change-ready team, this is your foundation. And just before we get too far into it, if you like my content, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel and hit that like button to help me grow my channel. Let's get into it. Team norms are not rules, they're not policies, and they're definitely not the warm and fuzzy we will all get along wish lists that sit in a drawer gathering dust. Norms are behavioral agreements. They describe how we communicate, how we make decisions, how we give feedback, how we handle conflict, how we support each other. Think of them as the user manual for working together. Every team has norms. The difference is whether yours are intentional or just happening by accident. During change, everything feels uncertain. Roles shift, expectations shift, priorities shift, and nerves are definitely shifting. Norms act like anchor points. They give people clarity about what won't change. For example, we always check for understanding in meetings. We raise concerns early. We support each other's well-being. We speak directly, not through side conversations. And when everything around your team feels wobbly, having shared agreements creates stability. Team norms also reduce anxiety because people know how decisions will be made, how to communicate concerns, what behavior is expected, what support looks like. This consistency lowers resistance and builds psychological safety, which is exactly what teams need during change. Norms create cohesion because they eliminate guesswork. When people know how to work together, collaboration feels smoother and much less stressful. You get fewer misunderstandings, fewer emotional landmines, less conflict, better meeting dynamics, higher trust, and faster decision making. Cohesion isn't about everyone being best friends. It's about working in alignment. And norms are the blueprint for that alignment. And keep this in mind. Strong norms are always co-created, never dictated. The best way to create norms is to ask your team, what do we need from each other to work well together? What behaviors help us to be at our best? What behaviors get in the way? When we're performing at our highest level, what are we doing consistently? Then turn those insights into clear, observable behaviors. Not vague statements, not corporate buzzwords. Something like, we start meetings on time. We assume positive intent. That's always a good one. We follow up when we say we will. And here's a caution. If a behavior can't be observed, it's not a norm, it's a hope. And keep this in mind. Teams change. People join, people leave, projects shift, priorities evolve, which means your norms have to evolve too. You should be reviewing them anytime when the team welcomes new team members, when workload or structure changes, anytime after major projects, during periods of conflict, or at the very least, every 6 to 12 months. This keeps the norms alive and relevant, not a dusty poster from 2014. And when someone new joins the team, they deserve to help shape the norms too. Don't hand them a list of, this is how we do things, without letting them contribute. That's how norms die. And when reviewing your norms, ask your team these types of questions. Which norms are still serving us? Which behaviors make our work smoother? Which ones support well-being and trust? Which ones align with our current reality? Keep those ones. Which norms are being consistently broken and why? If a norm isn't being followed, that's information, not failure. Sometimes the behavior isn't realistic anymore. Sometimes the team has grown out of it, that's all. Sometimes it never worked in the first place. We don't always get it right on the first pass. So these norms may need to evolve. Which new behaviors do we need now? That's a good question. Especially during change, you can ask, what's harder now? What are the friction points? What behaviors would help us reduce that friction? New norms come from new needs. What must never change? These are your cultural anchors, the behaviors that define who you are as a team. Those ones stay. In summary, team norms aren't about control, they're about clarity, alignment, and shared ownership. When you create them intentionally and revisit them regularly, you build a team that can navigate change with confidence, trust, and resilience. Well, that's all I have for today. If you found this helpful, just a reminder to hit that subscribe button, like the video, and definitely leave me a comment. And if you'd like more help on creating team norms, check out my website at coastal-edge.ca. Thanks for checking out my video, and don't forget to keep on striving. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.